stream crossings. So this will help you size and design the appropriate stream crossing. In most Iowa woodlands, it's almost inevitable that you're going to have to cross a stream for recreation, management, or other activities. Improperly designed or improperly used stream crossings can be detrimental to your management, water quality, but also safety and the experience of your guests and folks that use your woodlands. So the first thing to think about is, what kind of stream are you looking to cross? Is it ephemeral, which only flows after storm events? Is it seasonal, which means it only flows in certain seasons? Or is it perennial, meaning it flows all year? Now, I just hopped over an ephemeral stream, which is dry right now, but it will flow following storm events. Also take into consideration the drainage area that feeds this section of the stream. I got a little dip. It's an ephemeral stream, so it only flows after rain, but we do have some moisture here. So constant use of this area could cause significant erosion. If culverts are not designed appropriately, meaning the diameter, they can either fill up with sediment or cause excessive erosion on the downstream end. Your forester or extension engineer can be great resources when designing culverts. When crossing larger streams, it's really important to pick out areas that are stable, which means there's no excessive erosion or excessive deposition of sediment. Often, riffles are great places to place stream crossings, again, depending on your use. Riffles are areas with coarse bed material, generally shallower stage or shallower water, and faster flowing water. They remain relatively stable over time versus meanders and other areas of a stream. All right, you've identified a stable riffle, which a crossing would be a good fit. Placing your crossing at a 90-degree angle, perpendicular to flow, minimizes the time that users and machinery are actually in the stream. Keep in the back of your mind that any time machinery or users enter a stream, it can have negative water quality impacts. As you can see in front of me, the path goes directly across the stream and doesn't angle one way or the other. So let's check out some examples of stream crossings that have been implemented across Iowa. Here we see a ford, not the truck. This is actually a ford, the structure here, flow going from left to right. You'll notice it's hard bottom, which is holding up to its use of equestrian and light machinery. On the right, we see some stepping stones that pedestrians or hikers can use to hop across as well. One thing to keep in mind is that anytime you put rocks or other material in a stream, you're going to affect the flow. So as you see in this ford here, the stream is being backed up and the stage or the depth of the water is actually going down. So it's getting wider and it's getting shallower. So that has implications on stream temperature, but also fish passage and aquatic biota habitat. So just something to keep in the back of your mind. If you've got the resources and you need an extremely stable structure, hard bottom or Missouri crossing structures may be an option, like we see here. So these are concrete all the way through. And again, this goes back to the critical nature of selecting a stable reach in which to install these crossings. Here's another hard bottom crossing, but using concrete slabs intermixed with gravel and soil. Culverts, often incorporated into stream crossing structures. These need to be appropriately sized to be functional. And by appropriately sized, I mean the diameter. If they're too big, they're going to accumulate sediment. If they're too small, they're going to increase the velocity of flow on the downstream end, just like putting your thumb over a garden hose to spray Hank here. But this is an example of a culvert that was impacted by a logging activity under wet soil conditions. The point here is monitoring of culverts, if they're implemented, is absolutely critical to maintain their proper function. Here's another example of getting that size right. And this can be complicated, so your professional forester or your area extension engineer can be great resources to help you size your culverts appropriately. Stream crossings. Do it right for your woodlands and water quality. We'll see you in the woods, correctly crossing your streams.